The stupidest hill someone chose to die on. My school had this ancient dress code that said boys must wear long pants every single day, but when a brutal heat wave hit 105 degrees and kids started passing out, our principal wouldn't budge on letting us wear shorts. Sir, 3 kids went to the nurse just this morning, I said, standing in his office dripping sweat. He didn't even look up from his computer. Rules are rules. Boys wear pants. I explained our classrooms didn't have working AC and it was dangerous, but he just tapped the student handbook and added casually, and before you get any ideas, any boy who shows up in shorts will be expelled. Zero tolerance. I stared at him. Expelled? For wearing shorts? He finally looked up. Test me and find out. The next day, my friend Patrick collapsed during PE class. Coach Williams had to carry him to the nurse's office while the rest of us watched in shock. I ran to the principal's office without even asking permission. Patrick just passed out on the track, I told him, breathing hard. The principal adjusted his glasses. Perhaps he didn't eat breakfast. I slammed my hands on his desk. He passed out from heat exhaustion wearing those stupid pants. He stood up slowly. Watch your tone, young man, or you'll be in detention. I backed toward the door. Kids are getting sick and you don't care. He sat back down. What I care about is maintaining proper standards. By Wednesday, the temperature hit 107 degrees. Edward threw up in history class, and 2 other boys had to help him to the bathroom. Our teacher was furious. She marched us all down to the principal's office. This is insane, she said, her voice echoing in the hallway. Half my class can't concentrate because they're overheating. The principal emerged from his office. Teachers should maintain proper classroom management. Her face turned red. Classroom management? These children are suffering. He crossed his arms. They're being dramatic. Boys have worn pants here for 60 years. She threw her hands up. And 60 years ago, we had working air conditioning. He turned his back on her. This discussion is over. Thursday morning, I watched Tommy get wheeled out on a stretcher after fainting in the cafeteria. His mom arrived screaming at everyone in the front office. You're going to kill someone with these rules, she shouted at the principal. He stood there calmly. Ma'am, if you can't control yourself, I'll have security escort you out. She stormed out, and he looked at those of us watching. Everyone back to class, now. That afternoon in the library, I found something interesting in the student handbook. I read it 5 times to make sure I understood correctly. Guys, listen to this, I whispered to my friends. It says boys must wear pants and girls must wear skirts, but it doesn't say boys can't wear skirts. Patrick looked at me like I was crazy. You want to wear a skirt? I nodded. Think about it. We wouldn't be breaking any rules. He can't expel us for wearing the official uniform. Edward started laughing. He'd lose his mind. I pulled out my phone. I'm texting Kelly. Her sister graduated last year. She might still have uniforms. By that night, we had 28 boys committed and enough borrowed skirts from current and former students. Word spread through group chats, and suddenly guys from every grade wanted in. We all just wanted our legs to get some breeze. Friday morning, we met in the parking lot. 28 boys stood there, some nervous, some excited. Remember, I said, we walk in together. Nobody backs out. Walking through those front doors felt like going into battle. Students in the hallway stopped and stared. Some started cheering. Others pulled out their phones. The principal was standing in the main hallway like always, coffee in hand. When he saw us, he dropped his mug. It shattered on the floor. What is this? He roared. The entire hallway went silent. Every student, every teacher, everyone watched. I stepped forward, my voice steady. We're wearing regulation school uniforms, sir. His face turned purple. This is not, you can't. He was actually speechless. Get to my office. All of you, now. He called our parents one by one. Your son is making a mockery of this institution, he said to each parent. But when my mom arrived with the other parents, they all said the same thing. Show us the rule they're breaking, my mom demanded. The principal frantically flipped through the handbook. This is clearly insubordination. Edward's dad, who was a lawyer, leaned forward. Actually, it's perfect compliance with written policy. If you punish them, you're discriminating based on gender. The principal's hands were shaking. I'll expel them all. Edward's dad smiled. For wearing the school uniform? I'd love to see you explain that to a judge. The principal called the superintendent, the school board lawyer, even retired principals. Each one told him the same thing. He couldn't punish us without facing lawsuits. By lunch, 53 more boys had joined us. Monday morning, the board voted unanimously to change the dress code immediately.